Singapore is one of the safest, cleanest, and most efficient cities in the world. But did you know that some simple mistakes could cost you hefty fines or even get you in trouble? A friend of mine learned this the hard way. He landed in Singapore, excited to explore, but within 24 hours, he had racked up over $500 in fines. His mistakes? Eating on public transport, forgetting to flush in a public restroom, and casually chewing gum. This is why staying connected while traveling is crucial. With Airalo, you can easily look up local laws, find emergency information, and avoid costly mistakes, all without paying expensive roaming fees. Check the link in the description, and if you're planning your trip, booking experiences ahead of time can save you a lot of hassle. Sites like Klook and KKday offer discounted attraction tickets, guided tours, and city passes at lower prices than what you'd pay in person. Links for Klook and KKday are also in the description. Now, let's get into the top 10 things not to do in Singapore. Singapore has one of the strictest bans on chewing gum in the world. It's illegal to sell or import gum, and while chewing it isn't directly against the law, spitting it out irresponsibly can result in a $500 fine. Singapore introduced this law in 1992 to keep public spaces clean. Unlike many cities, you won't see gum stuck on sidewalks, train doors, or under tables. If you're someone who always carries gum, leave it at home to avoid any trouble. Singapore's MRT, Mass Rapid Transit System, is clean, efficient, and always on time. One reason? Strict rules against eating or drinking. Even taking a sip of water on the train can result in a $500 fine. The rule applies to buses as well, so if you're traveling around, make sure to finish your snack before boarding. Singapore is known as one of the cleanest cities in the world, and that's because of its strict anti-littering laws. If you're caught throwing even a small piece of trash, you can be fined up to $2,000 for a first-time offense. Repeat offenders might even have to do public cleaning while wearing a bright vest that says corrective work order. To stay safe, always throw garbage in designated bins, which are conveniently placed all over the city. Jaywalking might be common in many countries, but in Singapore, it's illegal and strictly enforced. If you're caught crossing the road outside of a designated crosswalk, you could be fined up to $1,000 or even jailed for 3 months. Singapore's traffic system is highly efficient, and pedestrian crossings are well marked and easy to use. Always wait for the green signal before crossing. It may sound strange, but not flushing a public toilet in Singapore is illegal. There are random restroom inspections, and if an official finds that you left without flushing, you could be fined up to $150. Public restrooms in Singapore are extremely clean, and these rules ensure they stay that way. Singapore has very strict smoking laws. Smoking is banned in most public areas, including restaurants, public transport, shopping malls, and even some outdoor spaces. If you're caught smoking in a restricted area, the fine can be up to $1,000. There are designated smoking areas, so if you're a smoker, make sure to only smoke where it's allowed. Durian, known as the king of fruits, is a popular Southeast Asian delicacy, but it has a strong smell that many people find unpleasant. Because of this, Singapore bans durians from public transport. If you're caught bringing one on an MRT or bus, you may be fined or asked to leave. However, you can still enjoy durian in designated areas like hawker centers or hotels that allow it. Singapore is very strict when it comes to respecting laws and law enforcement. Arguing with police officers or disobeying public officials can lead to serious consequences, including fines or even legal trouble. If you're approached by an officer, stay polite, answer questions respectfully, and follow any instructions given. Singapore has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, and its strict but fair law enforcement is a big reason why. While holding hands and light affection are generally accepted, Singapore is a conservative society, and excessive public displays of affection can attract unwanted attention. Kissing or hugging in public isn't illegal, but locals might find it inappropriate. If you're traveling as a couple, be mindful of cultural norms and keep physical affection moderate in public spaces. Unlike in many Western countries, tipping is not a common practice in Singapore. Most restaurants already include a 10% service charge in the bill, so leaving extra money isn't expected and might even confuse the staff. Instead of tipping, just pay the bill as it is and enjoy the excellent service that Singapore is known for. Singapore is an amazing place to visit, but following the rules is essential to have a smooth and enjoyable trip. Stay connected with Airalo and book your activities in advance with Klook and KK Day for the best prices and stress-free travel. Check out the links in the description to get started. With that said, this is Jet Set Journeys. Thanks for watching, and until next time.